Hey everybody, this is Grace, and in this video I'm just going to talk about, well, eventually I'm going to get around to doing some of the older videos I had made, some of the videos I had made, and now since like sometime in December, I didn't make very many, and probably since around Halloween, but some of them I had uploaded and I hadn't made public. I want to make those public, but really, ever since the inauguration and all, on that day, it was so celebratory. It was just so much to see on TV. So, I've been paying attention to news and watching news channels, for a long while now. And there was just so much, and it was like a holiday. Adam and I both said that. He was saying it was like Christmas and New Year's, and I was saying it felt like New Year's, and later on I told him that we should have added in there with all those fireworks, we should have added in there the 4th of July and maybe Memorial Day and President's Day. Oh, so much. But anyway, it was a good day, and it does feel like things flip-flopped. I mean, it did flip-flop. And but I hadn't, like I was saying, to get back to this about the videos, I wanted to start putting those out, and I had been waiting really since probably around Thanksgiving, because with the elections and the holidays, not Thanksgiving, but Halloween, like I was saying, all the holidays, the election, and then all the else, I'm going to leave out certain words. The AI is already angry at me. It's been angry at me for years. But with all that, I really pretty much stopped. And stopped making videos. And some of them, every once in a while I would upload this one or that one. But, and then I put this one up, and I really mean it, but I keep thinking about it. The one about, I'm going to be on this, this journey, as I put it. And really want to check into this again about the Christian counseling and all. But I do want to, I have been thinking about that. And it's going to be in there, but I'm not going to just sit there and, I'm not the type to preach, okay? Although I'm a registered minister. Yeah, I know. But I said how that all went down. And, but yeah, I think this is my topic, and I keep saying that where you would probably see, if you paid attention, you could see, why am I doing this? Well, what's pushing me to do this? Talk about these topics, and it's my topic. I think I'll continue. And I did put up a video last night. I didn't make it public, I should say. My voice is already changing since I come out here. But I put up a video last night about the gig workers, the delivery gig workers. They call themselves gig workers. Okay. And that was the first one. And I had mentioned that in that video. And in the video I mentioned about being on a journey, spiritual journey. Now, some people see spiritual, it's very different than I do. Let me put it that way. So that's why I'm not so fond of using that word. But anyway, I mentioned that in there, that I had those videos. And like I said, I'm going to catch up with those. Maybe I'll do them just on Thursday, like a throwback Thursday kind of thing. Well, it's not that far back. I do have one from last year I want to make public, last February, and then talk about how I feel about that now. And I do have some that I never made public from way back then, maybe even before. And so I'm going to get caught up, and I think I'm going to start. I need to really start getting more organized in these kinds of things. Really, I have never been. I don't think I've ever been very organized. Not the way that I should be with my videos. Like I said, the AI has hated me for a long time. It really has. But I don't think I'm alone in that. It went down from like 25% suggested videos, an average of, and then whenever and mine was a small channel, the one that I had noticed most, and then all of them did it really. Once they took this, had that whole thing with the demonetization of small channels. When was it? Like 3 years ago, almost, somewhere around there. They dropped mine down to some real low. I think it was 8%, from 25 to 8. And I made a video of it, and then I said, well, why don't I write them and ask them? And then they dropped it down to 1 or 2. I don't know if it, was just coincidental or what, but all of them anyway. Yeah. But I've never been consistent. I really haven't been very consistent. My being consistent is being inconsistent. Consistently inconsistent. I'm laughing right now because, chuckling because I've been inside for days now. Really, we had bad weather. It was just rainy, very rainy, and very dreary kind of weather. And I just had no reason to come out. And I should have just said, okay, I'm going to go out and make videos like I usually do, because otherwise it's too much indoors. Yeah, I'd go out back in we have a fenced-in patio. Not really fenced in, screened in. It's a big one. I'd go back there, but not out front. Anyway, that's that I want to change. But okay, kind of rambling, but let's get back to this. I have made another video. I made that video saying this is what I want to do. Start doing this year. Now it's still January. Today's January 22nd, and I had already made one about a focus on this year, which is something I had mentioned before, that I've been writing these stories. Okay, I'm serious. Writing stories, to me, it just comes to me, really. I can sit there and I think about a character and boom, a story comes out. Just right in my head, and I just sit there, and good thing I know how to write really fast and actually neat now after I've practiced a little bit all these months. But handwrite, some of us do that, and I just got to have stories now. That's the fun part of it to me. They just pop in my head, and the stories start developing. Of course, it's me that's doing it, putting 2 and 2 together and putting this part together with another part. And I've got several little stories, several little series, but it's all really, they all come together. There's plural, and then they all come together in one big one eventually. Sort of. Maybe all along. More than one channel I'm putting them on. And that was going to be the focus I mentioned in that first video I had made about it, but I didn't make that video public. So if you hear that, so whenever I do make that video public, you'll know why there's some inconsistencies here. There's more than one. So it's kind of I do like to focus on those. It keeps me, it activates my brain. It keeps my brain active, and really analyzing situations. And with the genius IQ, you want to have something that's keeping your brain active. Some of us, maybe. And otherwise, it's just sitting there watching the news, watching some YouTubes, some YouTube videos. There are other things I do, of course, but this is what it feels like it's right at the time of my life. And one of my characters, by the way, I've developed, is a Christian counselor. Yeah. Just one of them. The other ones are going to have that bent. Some of them. So, and so much of it is mysteries, like a mystery, which is funny for me to do that. But, and some of it's going to be, what would you call it, futuristic? But I haven't gotten there yet. Not yet. Well, I've already developed some in my mind, but yeah. And what else? yeah, I wanted to say that, and I want to say I'm gonna do. I came out here really to make this a little video, and then to make another one I had written out, written notes, highlights, and stuff about gig workers. I have more than one. I've only uploaded one, I think. So this will be another one, and I plan on doing more because this is something I have been seeing for like I said, for sometime maybe in 2018, off and on, and then during the pandemic, mainly on. So, what else? But other than that, yeah, that keeps me busy. It keeps me sane. I do believe more and more with my dog Marmaduke, poor thing, with dementia. Sometimes I just have to get out, and that's why my videos are out here, besides the noise and all that. But sometimes I have to get outside. Can't take care of somebody else if you can't take care of yourself first. That's my view. A lot of people's view, right? But anyway, other than that, I was going to say this. I've been watching since, I guess, maybe since sometime in October, probably more like November. Yeah. Something that just, like how videos are recommended for you, and you might look at them and you say, you judge a book by its cover, that kind of thing. Nah, I don't watch that kind of stuff. I have 2 of them like that. Yeah. Since probably maybe November. 2 of them. And this one, it's 2 men who are around my age. And but you don't see that. You hardly see them at all. Kind of like me, you hardly ever see me at all in my videos. But you hardly ever see them either. And they have boomed up their popularity. But like I said, it's something like, I see the recommended, I just see the thumbnail, I'm like, the name of the channel, and I click on it. Okay, give it a try. And I love it. I think I watched it a few days, and I kind of told Adam about it. Figured it would be kind of like more along his line. And and he watches, wow, this is just so calming. And what it's called, you ready for this? This is a channel name. You know how I don't usually give shout outs, so this is a rare occurrence. The name of it is called Live on Patrol. Patrol. There's one of them is a sheriff. I don't know what the other one's title is. But anyway, they're driving. It's not like Bad Boys. What was it? It's just so interesting. It's like they actually call themselves, like the way they have the camera set up. It's like you're sitting in the back seat of this sheriff. The sheriff's. I think they use an SUV, and you're like the backseater, and they call them backseaters. I like being a backseater because you're seeing where they are. They're in St. Paul, and mainly, and county sheriff in St. Paul, and they're most of the videos that I've seen so far are at night. I don't like watching the high-speed chase ones, but anyway, it's like you're sitting in the seat. You're in with them, and a lot of it's snow these days, but they patrol, and they take live stream patrols. Sometimes you actually get to see them get out and do stuff, and they have little conversations back and forth with one another. And it's nothing like I would have suspected. I thought that it would be like, like the Bad Boy show. What is that show? Cops. Why can't I remember that? Is that still on? I never liked it. Like I said, it would probably be more along the line of what Adam likes to watch. That was one of them. And I don't know which one of these came first that showed up as recommended. But the other one is... Are you ready for it? Write this one down. I really think, these are good to check out. And this one, he could be my son. I'm serious. He could be my adult son with his own thoughts going on there. And many of them I share. Not all, And that's one of those things that we're going through these days in this country is, hey, we all have our own thoughts and our own views. Anyway, his channel, he showed up and I went, oh, nope, nope, nope. Now this is a shame on me. Really big shame on me. Okay, like I was saying, yeah, it's a shame on me because I really get annoyed when people judge me by my accent and that I'm Texan. They seem to think we're all clones of one another. We're all just one type. We all just have one view. I'm an independent, period. Okay, that says it all. I'm an independent. I'm independent of parties. I don't even like calling myself independent, as I said since I was young, because it seems like another party. I'm not a party person, I think, for myself. On and on I can go down that line. And, but it really annoys me when people pass judgment just because they hear my voice and then make assumptions on how I'm going to view things. Remember, this is about assumptions, but you're not making an ass out of me. But really now. Just you. So, but this guy, okay, it showed up on my, popped up as a recommendation. There was the thumbnail, and he looks like a Bubba, okay, and he had, that big, what do you call him? I mean, it's just a beard and mustache, big, long, and then the front part is long. Oh, no, I don't need to listen to any Bubba. It's just not my thing. And, but something, maybe it was his t-shirts. It's interesting what he does with his t-shirts. But, anyway, like I said, he could be my son, my adult son. And I clicked on, it. The title maybe was something. And I clicked on it. Okay, I'm keep making clips because, as you can figure out if you know me, if you watched me before and heard me say it, allergies. Yeah, every time. And I said earlier in this, I'm losing my voice because my voice changes so much with this allergies. But anyway, he could be my son, my adult son, and even the Bubba thing. And he's in a I guess his workshop, and he stands up and he talks. Well, I clicked on it and got to listen to him, and I'm like, wow, he can really be my son, my adult son. Like I say, he has his own thoughts, and I don't have to agree with all of them. I do agree with many of them, most probably, but his own way of thinking about him. That's interesting to me. It's kind of like that. Here's another one. Dr. John Campbell. He got really, his channel blew up. Whew. Since I started watching him about sometime last year. So it's been months, maybe close to a year. And he did Dr. John Campbell. Now, I'm not a healthcare professional. He is. But I like the way he does. He uses real, actual, factual research for his. And he talks a lot about what's going on in the world since 2020, one of the big ones. And plus, a lot of stuff about vitamin D, which interests me. So he's another one. I like the way that they do their videos. I like the way that they add two and two together. And the one that's the live on patrol, that's O-N, patrol. It's just two guys, and they have, it's like, you can hear that they're so nice, and they're concerned. They're concerned people. They're nice people, professional, but not in. They're down to earth at the same time, you see, and they're real. No narcissism there, none. I don't detect any, not an ounce of it. That's what I miss. I don't detect it in any of these four men I've mentioned. 3 channels, 4 men. I don't hear it, and that is so good to me. It's really great to hear again. I've had that in parts of my life, but as time went on, there was less and less and less of, good people to hear, really, really, unfortunately. So it's good. All of these sound like good, decent people. It's good. Anyway, like I said, I don't usually give shout outs, and I just gave 3. I think I've actually given a shout out to Dr. John Campbell. That's his channel name too, Dr. John Campbell. And I've given it to him, given him a shout out before. But the other 2, no. But I'm serious. You do what you want to do, but if you check out that Live on Patrol, tell me if it doesn't calm you down, even when they're. Now, like I said, I can't watch the high speed chases. I've watched some, but yeah, it's like, y'all slow down. And my hands are waving in there, slow down, hanging on to the sides. They scare me. The high speed chases, but anytime they speed up to go chase, to go get to where they're going faster. Anytime they speed up, it's like, slow down, because it really does feel like I'm right there inside with them. But anyway, if you do, tell me how you see it. Do you see it that way? Do you see it as calming? I see it as calming too. I fall asleep listening to it sometimes. And somebody just drove up behind me, and they're driving kind of like they're watching. Happens all the time, real life, in the middle of video. But tell me if that's how you see it. Yeah, just leave a comment below. And I think I finally, by the way, speaking of comments, here I am going with the flow. Since I haven't been making videos much in public, making them public, I haven't been making them public or making them. I'm hoping that those, what do they call them? The ones that I've been complaining about, that I had complained about, most of my videos are on private or unlisted. But I made complaints about the ones that have the timestamp and all that stuff. They stopped, but I haven't been making many public, so that could be it too. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, and but they basically did stop. Hopefully that remains like that, because those really annoyed me. I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.